So, first question is from Madeline. She says, I have been feeling awful on and off since going carnivore, and it seems to be getting worse. Very sorry to hear that. I feel depressed with lack of motivation, have no energy, cry easily for nothing. At first, it was only before my period that I felt like this, but now it's at other parts of the cycle too. I watched a video with Kelly Hogan and Amber O'Hearn where they talked about some people having a hard time processing larger amounts of protein at once due to liver not processing protein too quickly. The fix would be to spread protein intake over 4 times a day instead. This really resonated with me for several reasons. First, I ate some candy yesterday and ate less protein because of it, and I felt so much better the second half of the day. So it could have been because of lesser protein intake. Second, before when I was ketovore, I was in deep ketosis all the time, but since going carnivore, where I eat more meat and bigger meals, I haven't been able to stay in ketosis, or I am in light ketosis, tested with Keto Mojo. Do you think I need to reduce protein or spread meals out more to ensure I stay in ketosis? Well, yeah, I mean, being in ketosis is good. It's neuroprotective. There's benefits of that. But it could also be that you're just not eating as much fat as your body wants either. And that is often why people feel pretty low energy and they don't feel great. Depression could be from not getting enough fat, getting your cholesterol up, normalizing your hormones, giving you energy can certainly help your mental status as well as having higher ketones. So if you feel that, I don't know, what you were eating too differently. I mean, being ketovore means you're eating a lot of meat and animal fat as well as some veggies, just no carbs. The difference between that and carnivore is just not eating the veggies. So, you can still eat the same amount of fat and fat to protein sort of ratio. So it could be that you're eating, more protein, you're not getting enough fat. The real thing is you want to eat enough protein, you want to get enough fat. And if you're someone who has a bit of difficulty processing large amounts of protein at a time, then certainly spreading those out is a good idea. And most people can just have a whole bunch, but if you're someone that can't, then that's fine. You can spread those out, and then but also getting enough fat. So you want to get enough fat, you want to get enough protein. So it's not necessarily you want to get a certain split, but it does seem that people do better, when their calories from fat and protein end up being around 70-30, 80-20 sometimes. It just depends on the individual concern. Some people need to be much deeper ketosis, like people who have epilepsy or cancer. It seems to be much more important to have your ketone level up higher, and that is protective in a lot of ways. So it sounds like you're in that camp and you need to bump up your protein and potentially even maybe bump up your fat and then either reduce your protein or split them up. It just depends. So you can play with that and just see what works for you. Just try increasing your fat. You can space out your protein meals. You can just go back to eating what you were eating on ketovore minus all the plants as well, and just having the same fat and meat content as well. So it sounds like you might have been getting some of your protein from nuts or seed oils or coconut oil, something like that. Is just replace all that with just animal fats, animal protein, but having the same sort of amounts, and see what that does.